evening, everybody, and welcome to the 2022 Wayne All-County Choir Concert and Art Show, which I hope you've taken a moment and visited that art gallery outside. The students of Wayne County have been busy at work in the arts, and today's just a celebration of all of that hard work coming together. I'm going to try my best not to leave anything off, so I've got my notes here, but without further ado, I'd like to introduce and welcome you to Spring Valley High School's auditorium and our all-county choirs. Today's participating schools are Cerrito Canova, and that's under the direction of Emma Dilly, wherever she may be. If you can give us a little wave if you're out here. And then we have Hunter Blankenship, who has brought students from Vinson, and he's not able to attend, but congratulations to our students from Vinson. We have Wayne Middle School, under the direction of John Dempsey, over there. And we have students at Fort Gay Elementary Middle School, under the direction of yours truly, up here as well. That felt very selfish. And our high schoolers attending are from Tulsa High School, under the direction of Michaela Gilkerson. Wayne High School, under the direction of Jacob Terry. And Spring Valley High School, under the direction of Jacob Smith. I'll introduce a few more things here in a little bit, but first, I would like to take a moment and introduce you to our guest clinician for these middle school group that is before us. That would be Mr. Philip Bailey, who is no stranger to Wayne County. He served at Crum teaching for a little bit, elementary music, band, and choir. So Mr. Bailey will be directing these groups, and accompanied will be a Marshall student. That would be James Newsom. So I think we all have something to be excited for and look forward to in the program. The program will not go in the order that you see, so you'll just see some of those selections printed. But without further ado, Mr. Bailey.
Will you please stand and join us for the singing of our national anthem? Find their places, their seats. High school choral members, you may find their seats. So I want to say thank you for my colleagues that have invited me here to participate in the middle school all-county chorus. It's been a pleasure being back in Wayne County. It is where I started my career at from middle school, now from pre-K 8. And so it's been a joy working with these students. It's only been for a brief time, but they are wonderful musicians. They are going to put forth a beautiful program for you today, and I hope that you all enjoy it. And I just want to say thank you to the parents and guardians that support the students in participating in today's program and in the arts in general. We're going to start today's program off with Keep Your Lamps Trimmed and Burning. Thank you. Our next selection will be Ever in My Heart.
There's no use in weeping, though we are destined to part. There's such a thing as keeping a remembrance in one's heart. When we left each friend and brother, when we parted wide and far, we will think of one another as even better than we are. So goodbye, goodbye. It's time that we must part. Yes, goodbye, goodbye. You're ever in my heart. We can burst the bonds that chain us. None shall dare restrain us. We can so there's no use in weeping. Parents, cheerful spirits still. Never doubt that fate is keeping. Future good or present ill. So goodbye, goodbye. It's time that we must part. Yes, goodbye, goodbye. You're ever in my heart. So goodbye, goodbye. It's time that we must part. Yes, goodbye, goodbye. You're ever in my heart.
All right, up next we have an arrangement of a piece called Four Chords by Excess of Awesome. And we have two of our wonderful young students here that are going to help introduce what this piece is about here at the beginning of our show, or the beginning of our song. So please enjoy Four Chords.
Don't stop believing. Hold on to the feeling.
Oh, that's easy. Don't stop believing by
thank you all once again for attending and being a part of Wayne County Middle School All-County Chorus. We're going to conclude the middle school portion of today's program with a salute to our soldiers with a piece called Thank You, Soldiers.
At this time, we're going to have a reset, so our high schoolers will be making their way onto the stage here in just a moment to begin their portion of the program. But let's give another round of applause to our middle school all-county choir. As you can imagine, with this, there are many people to thank for making today possible, and that would be Wayne County Board of Education, Mr. Smith at Spring Valley High School for hosting the choir students and for prepping the spaces that we've been using today. And I would like to give a shout out to Ms. Jeffrey for running around and getting everything that we need today. So we appreciate the help of you two who have been very helpful in that matter. We'd like to also thank Marshall University and their music department for the incredible performance that took place earlier this morning for our students and their Third Avenue a cappella group. Absolutely wonderful performance, so thank you to Marshall University for that. We would also like to thank the parents and families, you all, for coming and supporting these students and help them achieve just another milestone. So give yourselves a round of applause for your support in these students. We could not do that without you.
Good job, Larry.
Lastly, we'd like to commend all of the students involved. It takes a lot to get up in front of a group of people, and it's been a long time since we've been in front of groups of people, so it's nice to have music back. But all of these students today, as you can see, have something to be proud of. So let's give our students, all of them involved, high school and middle school, another round of applause. And of course, I'm going to leave a lot of things off, but please just chalk that up to my brain, not my heart. I want to also explain that Mr. Bailey was the director at Cabell Midland and the Rhythm and Red Show Choir for 5 years. I managed to leave that off. So that's a very big accomplishment. So our middle school students had quite a treat being under his direction. As our high schoolers get settled, I'd like to take a moment to introduce their guest clinician, who has some big heels to fill. And that would be Miss Dr. Brianna Nannon at Marshall University. She came to us from Illinois, who taught public education for 12 years, running massive choir departments, doing this for what I've been told 7 hours a day. So she does this now with our students at Marshall University. She is the director of, and of course, my brain, Director of Music Education, University Chorus, 3rd Avenue, just a plethora of other things. Normally, if it has anything to do with music, Dr. Nannon has her hand in making it the wonderful thing that it is at Marshall University. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Dr. Brianna Nannon, accompanied by Spring Valley's own Jacob Smith.
I paradising, I kaya lava file, I May you see God's light on the path ahead. When the road you walk is dark, may you always hear, even in your hour of sorrow, the gentle singing
Oh, how to tell the story, let it echo far and wide, make them hear you, make them hear you. How justice was a battle and how justice was denied, make them hear you, make them hear you. And tell the martyrs and the we rose to fight, that sometimes there are battles that are more than black and white. And I could not put down my sorrow, justice was my right, make them hear you.
Go out and tell the story to your daughters and your sons. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. And tell them in our struggle we were not the only ones. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. The sword can be a sermon or the power of the pen. Teach every child to raise his voice and then my brothers then. Will justice be demanded by 10 million righteous men? Make them hear you. Make them hear you. Go out and tell our story, let it echo far and wide. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. How justice was our battle and how justice was denied. Make them hear you. Make them hear you.
Say to those who blame us for the way we chose to fight,
And sometimes there are battles that are more than black and white. And I could not put down my sword when justice was my right. Make them hear you. Go out and tell the story to your daughters and your sons. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. And tell them in our struggle we were not the only ones. Make them hear you. Make them hear you. The sword can be a sermon or the power of the pen. Teach every child to raise his voice and then my brothers then. Will justice be demanded by 10 million righteous men? Make them hear you. When they hear you, let me hear
Thank you very much. I think I'm taller than the average other person, which I already knew. Our soloist on that previous piece was Kane Daniels from Spring Valley High School. And I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you so much to the parents who have supported their students here, either in middle school or high school, to participate in musical experiences. I find them to be incredibly valuable and an important component to any type of K-12 education. In fact, I consider it to be a very important part of a person's life, which is why I continue to teach college. And really want students to participate in music. We had our Third Avenue a cappella ensemble out today, and one of the things that is my favorite part about the group, amongst a variety of other things that I really enjoy about them, is that we have several non-majors in our group. And so those students continue to pursue music even though it's not their major, and that's what I hope for these students as they continue on out of whatever program that they're in currently, is that they will continue to participate in music in some way, and that will bleed out into their future lives. We have a concert coming up here at Spring Valley High School on April 9th, which is with the Huntington Symphony Orchestra and the Huntington Symphony Chorus, and I get to work with Jacob in that ensemble as well, and there are a couple of students from Spring Valley High School who are in that ensemble also. So there's opportunities here in Huntington, there are opportunities here in Huntington for you to continue participating in music and encouraging your students to do those things, and so I hope that you and or they will always take advantage of those things. A quick thank you also to Jacob for inviting me out to work with the high school students today. It's been a wonderful pleasure working with your special people. I don't know how you're connected to the humans on the stage tonight, but I thank you very much for your support of them and for the opportunity to work with them today. And then also a big thank you to their teachers for helping to prepare them for today's rehearsal and concert. So thank you so much to your teachers, students, family members, our friends. And I now would like to introduce one of the students from Spring Valley High School who will be making a statement to you about a group that she's in here at Spring Valley.
Hello everybody, my name is Kayla Pratt. I'm a student at Spring Valley and a member of National Honor Society. We have partnered with our civics classes to create a community service project. We are taking up money for Ukrainian refugees and donating it directly to the World Central Kitchen, which is helping to feed Ukrainian refugees that are having to flee active war zones. So after the concert, right outside the doors, there will be me and one other student, Kirsten Lyons, taking collections. So if you could please stop and give any amount, it would be very helpful. Thank you.
For coming out to the concert this evening and for supporting the arts here in Wayne County. Again, if you would like to make a donation to the Ukrainian refugees, those students will be out at the door here. Thank you again so much. Have a wonderful evening.